Actually got to flip it so that you've got it nice and closed. So I'll show you how to do that. Okay. We'll need 2 eggs. Okay. I might go with a smaller bowl because there's only 2 eggs. 2 tablespoons of water. So you're going to need a tablespoon. Salt, pepper, shredded cheese, tasty. It's about a 1/4 cup. You can also sprinkle a little bit on the top when you're serving too, which looks nice. A cup of baby spinach. This is the baby spinach. This is really great because it is high in iron. Anything green has iron in it. Okay, it's got lots of lovely vitamins. And then some finely chopped ham. Okay, and this is nice low-fat ham that will not add too much. You don't want to add too much oily liquid to your food, or else it'll make it a soggy omelette, and you don't want a soggy omelette. Ooh, come back. All right, so they're going to be eggs. So when we crack eggs, we always crack them into a container just to make sure that they're okay, because you never know what's inside that shell. What could be inside the shell when you crack it? Yep. Pardon?
Shell?
Yep, I got some shell in there. And the best way to get rid of shell is to wet your finger and then just pop your finger on the shell and it should just come out. Or use a piece of eggshell just to scoop it out. So it actually sticks to itself and it comes out nice and easy if you scoop it out with the eggshell. I just want to tip back in the yolk. There we go. Oh, it got back in there. Come on. So you don't want to be crunching on eggshell while you're eating your omelette. All right. So 2 eggs and then 2 tablespoons of water. I'm just going to take this over to the sink and add my 2 tablespoons. 1, 2. And then we're just going to whisk those up. Now, because I've got it in a small bowl, I'm just going to use a fork, not a whisk. So just sort of tip it on its side, and it's kind of a circling motion like that. And you want to combine it so that the egg white and the egg yolk are all together. And that you don't see a difference in colour, it's all one colour. And the water helps that happen. If you didn't add the water, it wouldn't help it happen. Yes? We don't have any of the terms or documents. I'll share it with you today. Okay? No idea why. Have you synced your OneNote? Just check and make sure it's synchronised. So I'm going to I'm going to chop up all of this. So this is our mess in place stuff. So you have to get all this stuff done before you keep going with your thing. So I'm going to slice the ham this way first. And then I'm going to pile it all together sideways, and I'm going to make it like little 1 centimetre squares of ham. This way you get all the heat through them and they'll all be the right temperature when you eat your omelette. Just make sure they're all about the same size. Okay? And we're going to measure out, I'm just going to use my 1/3 of a cup. It says a 1/4 of a cup of baby spinach, but it's really just it's a nice colour, this one. If you want to, you could rip your spinach up a tiny bit just to make it fit and sit nicer in the in your omelette. Right, so I'm going to turn on my cooktop. Yep, it's on. Yep. And I'm not going to put it too hot. I'm going to make it at about a medium temperature. Okay, a medium temperature. Hopefully this video will show you what's happening inside here. Turn it a bit more so that you can see. Because I want you to be able to see me flip the top over. So we've got to wait for that to get warm. So what I'll do is put a bit of butter in here and let that melt. So we're going to pour this into here once it's the right temperature. Once all that butter's melted and it's started bubbling a little bit. Who has made an omelette at home? Awesome. Have you done it on your own or with help from Mum? Well done. So you should be experts on the day. Oh my goodness. Stir that around. I'm not going to use all of that butter. I'm going to take out the leftover bit there. I think that's quite enough. Butter. Butter is quite nice. You can also use a little bit of olive oil. Brush your pan with a bit of olive oil. That will work as well. Probably a little healthier. But butter gives a really lovely flavour to your omelette. And if you're having this for a breakfast, it's actually not a bad way to go. Waiting for it to heat up. We need it to get to a temperature, so I can't really feel a lot of heat coming off that yet, so I want to wait until we do. Once you're all cleaned up. So once your bench is all cleaned up, you'll be allowed to eat it. So what you'll do is you'll make it, put it on a plate, cut it in half, so you'll have half each. Clean up your area, and then you can come and sit down and eat it. Alright, so we're starting to get a little bit of bubbling in here now. So I'm going to tip my egg in. Okay. Alright, now you start to see it going hard around the edge. Once you've got the full bottom, it looks like it's been cooked, but it still has a little bit of not cooked egg on top. That's when we're going to add the rest of our stuff. You don't want to stir it too much because it will, you'll end up with scrambled eggs. So you've got to wait for it to set. It's taking a little while to make. Sometimes there's a lot of waiting in the cooking process. So what we want to do, we're going to place on half of the omelette, we're going to place our pan. Just going to sprinkle the pan along half of the omelette. I think that Jack has the better angle. All right.
Which one? There are two.
Huh?
There are two Jacks here.
Oh, this Jack has the better omelette. Yes. That was funny. All right, so this way, what happens is the ham gets actually stuck in the uncooked egg, and so as it cooks, it's stuck inside things. And that will make it easier when you go to flip your omelette because everything's kind of stuck into the uncooked or into cooked egg. What's really useful if at home you have a frying pan that is covered. So we're going to put the cheese on the top. So if you have a covered frying pan at home that you can use, it's good to be able to put the cover on when it's cooking. I'm just going to wait for some more of this liquid area here to disappear, and then I'm going to flip the omelette first. But I want that to start melting. I've saved a little bit of the cheese just to sprinkle on top when I'm done. I've got a good temperature going now. And if you see like little puddles of egg, you can move that around so that it cooks a little bit more evenly. Alright, so that's getting close. Just give it a little bit longer, make it a bit harder. So we want it to brown on the other side and be nice and firm. So when I flip it, it closes. I'm going to use two. I'm going to use it, the spatula and the egg flip, so that I can get. So you just want to run your spatula, and still a little bit soft. Come on in. So I'm starting to get bubbles here now, so it's starting to bubble up, which is about what you want to see. And so we're just going to fold our top over and move it all into the centre of the pan. Now the heat from that should cook the inside stuff, so it'll melt the cheese and it will help. Now what I'm going to do, about 2 more minutes, I'm going to try and flip it over again, just so it cooks a little bit evenly through the top. Another thing you can do if you have a covered pan is put a little bit of water in the pan, cover it with the lid, and it will poach any of that uncooked egg away. You wouldn't have to flip it. These pans don't have covers, do they, Mrs. Crook? They? No, I don't think they do. Alright, so I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to try and flip it. Whoop, over it goes. Just use the two. You can see it's nice and brown. And hopefully. Oh, there it is too. So if you just put that on top, I thought some of the new ones had covers. Just to let it cook. So that will like turn it into a bit of an oven and it will help melt everything. But it's almost done. Oh. Smells good.
Haven't tasted an omelette.
Haven't tasted an omelette?
Never had it.
Who else has never had an omelette before? Oh, you don't know what you're missing. You can put anything in an omelette. So anything that you fancy. A popular one is mushrooms and cheese and a bit of shallots. Mushrooms, yeah. You could go with bacon, some tomatoes and some cheese. What else could you do? Chisoro? Anyone ever had that, like spicy sausage?
Yeah.
Chisoro and maybe the spinach and or chisoro and tomato would be nice as well. But whatever, avocado and such would be yummy. And we just want to slide it out onto our plate. Looks like a calzone. Who's ever had a calzone? They're like a half pizza that's been folded over. Just move this over here. And we'll just top it with a little bit of cheese. You can maybe put some shallots on there just to decorate it. A little bit of leftover spinach. Okay. What I've got to try and do is cut it up so everybody gets a bit of a taste. Chances are, you reckon I would have enough ingredients, Mrs. Crook, to cook a second one?
Yes.
No? Because that way everybody will get a reasonable taste.
And then I can start recording again, just so I can have 2 videos.
So you want a bit more ham and...
Yeah, it doesn't need to be quite as much. One of the things. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You want more spinach or something?
That's easy. What I'll do is I'm going to cook a second one, show you how to do it twice. That's our completed